This is wild. I was originally going to make a video poking fun at all of the terrible food that Donald Trump eats. However, after looking at all the photos, all the YouTube videos, all the news articles, I don't even know what's real and what's not. Because on the surface, if you knew nothing about this and you just Googled Donald Trump's diet, you would think that this guy would have already had several heart attacks. Seriously, he's not even going to live to see GTA 6. But in all fairness, I don't know if any of us will. When I started my research, the first article that I found was this. How presidential is Donald Trump's diet? Fast food, no greens, and cans of Diet Coke a button press away. But I couldn't scroll more than 3 seconds before finding this picture. What is this? Those aren't his hands. A below average second grader could have done a better Photoshop edit. This is the Economic Times. It's the second most widely read business newspaper behind the Wall Street Journal. And they're using a fake picture. So now anything I read past this is just completely thrown out the window. So next I go to YouTube and I literally type in Donald Trump diet. And wow, talk about jumping on the bandwagon. Everyone has made a video about this going back even 7 years. But if you watch these videos, they're all quoting the same people from the same sources and they're all using the same images. So what are these sources? Here's one from Corey Lewandowski. He was Trump's campaign manager way back in 2016. And he said on Trump's private jet, there were 4 major food groups: McDonald's, Kentucky Fried Chicken, pizza, and Diet Coke. He also said that Trump's McDonald's order consisted of 2 Big Macs, 2 Filet-O-Fish, and a chocolate malted. But Corey Lewandowski was fired. And I don't know about you guys, but if I get fired, I'm not gonna have many nice things to say about the people who fired me. So I don't know how credible this is. Now look, I'm not suggesting that Donald Trump is the pinnacle of health. I don't think anyone would say that. In fact, he may wanna look into one of those, what did he call it?
The fat shot drug.
Right. But even his Secretary of Health and Human Services, RFK Jr., said that the stuff he eats is really, like, bad. Campaign food is always bad, but the food that goes onto that plane is, like, just poison. That's him. That's RFK Jr. He's on the plane. He's literally eating the food that he called poison.
What?
Now, in all fairness, he did also say that on the plane, you're either given KFC or Big Macs, and you don't really have a choice. But you're telling me that those are the only 2 food items on that plane? Donald Trump specifically told his flight crew that he doesn't want any other food options on that plane except for fast food. No salads, no Sammys, no caviar. The dude's a billionaire. That sounds a little crazy. Now here's something that really blew my mind. There are dozens and dozens of pictures of Donald Trump and food on the internet, but most all of them share one similar characteristic. He's never eating anything. This is a picture of Donald Trump on his private plane supposedly eating KFC. Look at the plate. It's spotless. So clearly he hasn't started eating this piece, but also it doesn't look like he's eaten anything at all. And you might be saying, Scubes, why would this be a hoax? Well, Donald Trump has wanted to be Mr. America for a decade. It's his whole image. And what's more American than KFC or McDonald's? So maybe these photos are only there to boost his image. Look at this picture, also taken on his private jet. The burger is untouched, but the fries are empty. And the Diet Coke is basically full. Doesn't that seem a little strange? Now, some people eat their fries before their burger. I get that. But none of the ketchup packets are open. And the napkin on the plate looks completely clean. Here's one of him in his office eating Mexican food. This one was actually posted on his Twitter account where he also said, "I love Hispanics." But again, it doesn't look like he's eaten anything. And this one, I don't even know if this is real or not. AI is out of control these days. But if someone faked this, he's still not eating any food. Even in this boys club reunion pic, the only one actually eating anything is Elon. Apparently he didn't get the memo. Obviously he's the president of the United States and he probably doesn't want photos of him shoving food in his face. I get that, but at the same time, he's one of the most notable and followed around people on the entire planet. And apparently he has some insane addiction to fast food and Diet Coke. So you're telling me not one person has snapped a picture of him gorging his face with KFC and Big Macs? How? Now, there are pictures of Donald Trump on the internet actually eating food. Here's one with what looks like steak. Here's one with pizza. Here's one with an ice cream bar. And here's one with, I don't even know what that is. But none of these prove or even suggest that Donald Trump has a crazy addiction to fast food and Diet Coke. So leave a comment if you know what's up with this. I need new information. Give me something that'll shed some light on this. Okay, bye.